As crews scramble to assess and clean up that big oil spill in Orange County, how San Diego is preparing to lend a hand.
And significant changes to our weather pattern to kick off your work week. I'll let you know about the rain, thunderstorm activity that's expected to hit San Diego later today.
And a San Diego scientist getting global recognition for his work, the breakthrough research that just won him a Nobel Prize. ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
And we'll get to some of those headlines in just a moment. First, we want to get right to Vanessa Paz, who, as you mentioned, talking about big changes in the weather right now.
Big changes. If you were hoping for rain, well, you're going to definitely get some later on today. Now, earlier I was forecasting that around 12 p.m. we could see some spotty showers. It looks like that has been moved to about 2 to 3 p.m. Not ruling out the chance of a possible shower or two, but again, it looks like most of that activity just sticking south of the border near the Ensenada Rosarito area. That's where a lot of activity is currently happening, and we're seeing a lot of thunderstorm cells developing. Let's go ahead and take a look at that future cast, though, and show you what we can expect as we progress through your Monday. So things are going to be relatively quiet. We'll see some partly sunny skies through the afternoon, but because of the warm up we're having, that's when we're going to see the increase of thunderstorm chances as we progress through the late afternoon. So take a look at your screen at about 5 p.m. this evening. So this is kind of in comparison to about a week and a half ago when we saw a lot of thunderstorm activity just in time for your drive home. It could very well be the same story today. So this is going to be the activity, and it's going to last through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. And then we should dry out as we look ahead to tomorrow evening. But for now, yes, expect some rain in our forecast, especially in the late afternoon. We'll top out in the 80s along the beaches, close to 90 inland. Jim.
Vanessa, thank you very much. Well, a little more than an hour ago, Albert Blake, man accused in a shooting spree inside a Church's Chicken restaurant, was convicted of first-degree murder. That shooting left one woman dead. She was the store manager, while two of her co-workers were wounded. ABC 10 News anchor Mary McKenzie was inside the courtroom as that verdict was read. And Mary, you said the defendant didn't appear to show any emotion.
He really didn't, Jim, and the coldness in his eyes is something one of his surviving victims talked about after that verdict was read. We're talking about a first-degree murder conviction in the killing of Maribel Ibanez for Albert Lee Blake. He was found guilty on all 5 counts. There are also 3 counts of attempted murder for some of the co-workers inside Church's Chicken that night, as well as a count of child endangerment for a 12-year-old girl who was in line in front of Blake when he opened fire that night. As I mentioned, we heard from one of the surviving victims afterward.
I'm so happy because all the damage that he did to us, everything has to pay.
It's been almost 2 years since Maribel Ibanez was killed at the Church's Chicken restaurant in Otay Mesa, where she was a manager. She was 28 years old. Mario Rojas was her co-worker. He was severely wounded. A third co-worker was shot in the back, and another was fired upon but not hit. Prosecutors said during the trial that back in November of 2019, Albert Blake tried to use a counterfeit $100 bill to buy food, but he was denied that night by Ibanez. They said Blake left, went to his car, and returned inside to open fire. He was later arrested the same month in Tennessee. Investigators used images of Blake's vehicle through smart streetlight cameras because no surveillance footage was available from inside the restaurant. They also relied on cell phone evidence, counterfeit bills with Blake's fingerprints on them, and the car's steering wheel and gear shift, which tested positive for gunshot residue. His attorney, Katie Nagler, argued that Blake was wrongfully accused and that no forensic evidence such as DNA or fingerprints tied Blake to the restaurant. And the witnesses' identifications, she argued, of the suspect were unreliable. The deputy DA, Mary Loeb, spoke after the verdict.
I can't speak to their bravery because I certainly have never been in those shoes, but I know that they waited a very long time for this day to come. COVID delayed us, obviously, and they're just happy that it's over and that the result was what it should have been.
The deputy DA there talking about the victims, the surviving victims and their families, of course, as well. There's been a sentencing hearing set for November 2nd, and Blake is facing 146 years to life in prison. Reporting live in Chula Vista, Mary McKenzie, ABC 10 News.
Mary, thank you very much. Well, fire crews dealt a bit of a tricky hand this morning after a brush fire sparked in Chula Vista. Our 10 News breaking news tracker was the first there on the ground as crews worked to get to that fire near the Otay River riverbed. And this was near Buyer Way and 4th Avenue. Since it was in such a hard to reach spot, air crews were called in. Sky 10 was there as choppers made airdrops on the fire. Crews managed to knock down most of it by 6 a.m. No structures were threatened. In Orange County, we are learning more about the cleanup efforts and the impacts for wildlife after hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil spilled into the Pacific. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell joining us live from home. And Marie, you just listened in on a news conference. Any word on how local crews are going to be used to help?
So, Jim, we know that SeaWorld San Diego has been placed on standby. They say they are ready to house the animals that have been impacted by this oil spill. This is an effort that they last dealt with in 2015. So about an hour ago during this news conference, state fish and wildlife officials spoke about the efforts to rescue any animals that have been impacted by the oil spill. Officials say at least 126,000 gallons of oil has made its way into the Pacific, forming an oil slick 13 square miles in size, with crude oil smearing the coast from Huntington to Newport Beach, encroaching on critical habitats and wetlands. This is a result of a leak from an underwater oil pipeline about 4.5 miles offshore. So far, crews have collected 4 oiled birds and have gotten about 300 calls on the State Fish and Wildlife Hotline, where people are calling in about possible injured animals. They have teams spread out all across the coast responding to these calls. We are told 4 locations, including SeaWorld San Diego, have been placed on standby to accept animals once they have been triaged.
Allowing our pre-trained staff to get out there, get those animals collected quickly, get them back to our purpose-built facilities, and start to get the rehabilitative care that is necessary to get them back into a clean environment eventually.
SeaWorld San Diego says they have a designated center built to care for animals that fall victim to oil spills. It was last used for this purpose in 2015 when several animals, including sea lions and elephant seals, were rescued after the oil spill in Santa Barbara. When it's not in use for this reason, the facility is used to take care of other marine mammals, sea turtles, and seabirds. So at this point, SeaWorld San Diego is not currently taking care of any of the animals that have been impacted by the oil spill. Reporting from home, Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Marie, thank you. Latest domino in the U.S. booster shot rollout reaching its tipping point. Johnson & Johnson reportedly on the verge of asking regulators for the green light for its booster shot. And that's according to the New York Times, which says the company could make its request in the coming days. Pfizer has gotten emergency authorization and Moderna is going through that process now. This is more vaccine mandates going to affect across the country. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
Deadlines are kicking in across the country. In New York City today, roughly 148,000 public school employees will have to show proof of vaccination or face suspension.
It is critical that we use this vaccine mandate to get everyone as protected as possible in the interest of public safety.
The United Federation of Teachers says more than 97% of public school teachers in the city are vaccinated. California, the first state to announce it will require shots for students and teachers.
I definitely do not agree with it, and I will for sure pull my kids out of school.
When people treat this as something novel and terrible, it isn't. A requirement for children to come to school to be vaccinated with certain vaccines is not something new. It's been around for a very long time.
Some parents are all for it.
If it's mandatory to get into school, then of course, because we want them to continue school. You know, it's being respectful for others and just watching after each other.
Those who beat the virus are encouraging the vaccine hesitant to get their shots, like Joe Gammon, who spent 67 days battling COVID in a Tennessee hospital.
I had died 5 times, and luckily I was revived. I would hope for all the naysayers out there when it comes to the vaccine to at least go and have a conversation with your doctor.
Dr. Fauci says it does appear we are turning the corner here in the U.S. with COVID numbers going down, but he warns we are not yet out of the woods, calling it a danger zone to have 70 million eligible Americans still unvaccinated. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, new today, local researcher getting global recognition. Ardem Patapoutian of the Scripps Research Institute was one of 2 winners for the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine. Nobel Committee credits Patapoutian and researchers from UC San Francisco with discoveries that sparked a number of breakthrough insights into how the body's receptors sense things like temperature and touch. In particular, Patapoutian discovered new insights into how the body's able to feel things like pressure and convey that information to our brains. The Nobel Committee said discoveries like these may sound basic, but set us up for a deeper understanding of the human body.
It concerns one of our senses, and we all know, how important it is to sense our surrounding for our survival.
Scientists say the discoveries could lead to the development of new drugs to treat blood pressure and heart disease. Well, check this out. Nobel Committee's Twitter account sent this photo out shortly after the announcement. Patapoutian watching the big moment alongside his son. Very proud moment.